And welcome back. Picking up where we left off last time in Factorio. I'm going to finish, in this part, I'm going to finish building all the components we need for this. Which looks like 6 pieces of heat pipe, 4 heat exchangers, and about 8 of the power plant style steam turbines. Would of course require components that I do not have on me. But at the same time shouldn't be really that hard to source. Got all these in the base. Okay, so that's the copper. Got the pipes on me already. Just need to get the gears. Oh, I have enough for 5 end pipes on me. I'll let the robots bring the rest in. Pick things up again for other steps. So we're gonna need more copper for the heat exchangers. When I worked out, I need 6 heat pipes. Okay, that's a potential problem. Why is... Because as I brought up earlier, this setup eats 2 things of copper when it's running at full speed, and it apparently is almost running at full speed is what's happening. It eats 2 things, we're not feeding it 2 things. Okay. As long as I know what the problem is. The solution is to build more copper, which was not what I had planned for this episode. So instead of making the copper problem better, I'm going to make the copper problem worse. Because that's how I roll. I'm going to make the problem worse before we make it better. So we got our 8 for 6 of those, so I just need to build the heat reactor. Or the reactor itself. Waiting for all the advanced circuits to come to me. And we'll go pick up the concrete. The concrete will probably be... Well, the concrete would be the easiest part, but I first got to sort out some inventory space for it. Space for wood? Nope. You want space for wood? Nope. Close enough. Okay, now to run to the other side of the base to pick up the concrete. You can hopefully see the copper start to fix itself as demand declines. Actually, I suppose that's even consuming more than 2. Okay, if the green is running at full speed, we're going to have copper issues. That's what's going to happen. And that's even before I get into trying to accelerate space platform formations, which also consume copper. We're gonna have different copper problems. Copper might be the next thing I need to expand, apparently. Yeah, so I think I made all 19 things, so I should just be able to walk over to the nuclear reactor site, and it should just assemble from my inventory. Okay, so it's assembled, and all it's doing is complaining about fuel. Which is the good problem to have. We don't want it randomly starting up when I'm not expecting it to be. And honestly, we're just short on 235. We're waiting for the 235 system to spin up. So what? 235 becomes 8 gigajoules of power, which is like 200 seconds on this reactor. Yeah, 8 gigajoules. So it's 8,000 divided by 40. So it's, yeah, it's like 200 seconds. This will make one... Okay, this is a tier 2 one, but if it was a tier 1, it would make one every 20 seconds. So we're going to be making the fuel, in theory, faster than the reactor consumes it. Just, it's going to take a real long time for this to spin up. Okay, and we are in the middle of the night, but like previous nights, hopefully it will not deplete the accumulators completely. I don't know, I did eat all the copper, so maybe it will consume all the accumulator. No, it's actually shallower this night. Somewhat surprised if I actually ate all the copper. Well, it might be because we've depleted all the copper. It doesn't have the bunch of stuff's turned off because stuff isn't running. That would also make sense. Wait, it's spinning back up. And this side's backed up. Okay. This side's backed up, which is causing more to divert into this one, which, as long as the green isn't backed up, is going to still continue to consume most, if not all, of the copper. So probably the next expansion in this world, it will be probably to expand the copper production. Which honestly might be a good idea, even if I don't necessarily need the capacity, because apparently the copper mine is getting more and more shriveled. Which was a reasonable expectation to occur eventually, but... it would be a problem if it happened and I haven't made a solution to it. The question is, do I want to activate this copper mine or this copper mine? Probably this one, because it's already roughly in network. Maybe in order like that, which gets rid of a bunch of power poles that I suppose it technically didn't need the power poles. That'll be fine. I'm going to start laying the lines. I suppose I could go for... Oh no, that's about right. Okay. That's the mines. Let's get the power grid for the mine set up. Okay, so that should be sufficient coverage for the power grid. Hook it in a couple of locations so we don't accidentally disconnect it later. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do before I get too out of hand is I need to do the rail. Because before I feed a bunch of metal into the station, I should probably make sure the station is in the proper position again so we don't have a repeat of the last couple times. We went across the raw one. Of course, I have a rail stop in the way. would be too easy if I didn't. There we go. Honestly, this is just going to be a complex setup, so... Yep, I'm just assume that this whole big mess of stuff is one big giant junction. Doesn't mean the junction won't be super efficient, but it does mean the junction will work. Where am I? I'm here. Okay, so do I have the stuff on me to make a train stop? Yes. A bunch of rail signals as well, which is also good to know. Not enough logistics storage space. Oh dear. That's almost certainly my fault. Just being a little too cavalier with saying, pick up all this, and not having a way for things to leave the system. Bunch of entities, missing structure robots. I got up a little bit, because I got a little bit of mines on me, so I can just show up and let the bots on me take from me to drop things off quicker. On the other hand, I probably do want to finish this track over here a little bit sooner. So we can get a guesstimate of where everything needs to be. Okay. So if I want to position it in roughly the same spot, there should work. See if it does. It looks like it does. Okay. And of course, incorporating this copper into the system on the other end is going to be a bit of a spaghetti, but having a bit of spaghetti sometimes is necessary. Okay, so we're going to merge those two, those two, those two, and those two. Okay, so, given enough time, that should work. The bots have to fly all the ingredients over from the main base, so it's going to take a really long time for that to properly come together, but they're working on it. Yeah, before I actually make the train, I will remember that these are off. But tile. Have it fixed. Like so. And then I'll need to make a train in 2 cars, but that's pretty easy to do. I don't think I have any stuff on it. Stuff on me currently. No, I need to go back to base and borrow a couple engines and borrow some iron plates. And then in the spaghetti around the base, I need to work a way for the copper to get out. And I suppose I should work a way to get the existing iron out as well from the train number 2. Okay, so that's using both trains. You know, we'll pick up braking force because we're going to use the trains. I'm just realizing that at some point I'm going to do depleted uranium fuel rods, which I'm going to take out of the reactor. So we're going to have to go fix that in the reactor at some point. No, to keep the spaghetti, somewhat spaghetti, we're gonna use the empty space where the old mine was to put the new copper smelters. So our nice electric smelter systems don't necessarily care what you feed into them, as long as you feed one thing into them. How I had them designed. Did I accidentally delete the design at some point? Maybe. There it is. Okay. Lane balancer. I'm going to go ahead, and we don't need it for a bit, so we can actually put the balancer down here. then to help with the throughput issues of trying to squeeze through the base, I'm actually going to do something I don't very frequently do, which is I'm going to merge it all into one red belt. So in theory, each of these make a yellow belt, but we're gonna merge them all into one red belt, so that I only have to get one red belt through here. That will then be split back into the yellows. Oops, this needs to be red. Oh, I'm going to need a rock turret at some point, so I might as well at least grab you and grab you. We're just doing science because we're waiting for things to complete. My poor robots have too many things to do. It probably doesn't help that all the storage capacity in the system is on the wrong side of the base. It's probably too late for this to fix anything, but we'll tell them that they can make some storage capacity closer to where they need to drop things off. Don't suppose there's a way to raise priority? At least not that I can remember. I'll look up quickly. Okay, so this is set up and running. So we have another source of copper. It's already depleted. Some of it's mines, but granted, the way I was setting it up sort of is built to deplete mines quickly, so... Okay, where am I? I'm here. For the moment, I think we're going to be so slow at going through the depleted uranium that I might just set a storage chest up next to it for the outbound out of the nuclear reactor. Which is surplus to cost at the moment anyway, because the nuclear reactor doesn't have any fuel being fed into it, but planning ahead in my usual overkill manner. Use filter, yes. Only take depleted. And then obviously you haven't started. I don't think we've completed a... We haven't even filled up the first Korvax yet. Okay, so how is coming the Bob Fizzle? It's going slowly. At some point, I'm probably going to need to build more space platform builders. Which is maybe one of the reasons we're making the copper expand, because that's going to consume a bunch more copper. Okay, so now that just needs a train. And we should, in short order, be making more copper. Okay, the bots are catching up. It's a good thing to see. Got a shortage of the modules again, but that's fine. Oops. No. Okay. One thing I could start doing, is because we know we've got a bunch of 2s we're wondering about. Is I can... There we go. Everyone's starting to sign. This is for them to be replaced with. So, in theory, it's 2 for each place. It's got efficiency module. I'm telling it to replace with efficiency module 2. Honestly, well, no, we'll wait until we've backed up and we don't have any demand for efficiency module 1s before I start saying that I should feed the efficiency module 1s into the efficiency module 2 maker. But yeah, that takes it straight down to the power limit. Which I think is actually more about pollution than it is about power. So I should set a radar up down there so I can know if we're getting into trouble before the trouble comes to us, hopefully. And then I'll probably end this episode out by getting the copper train to run. That'll probably end up in the stream. Next stream I might... Yeah, well, if I remember, next stream I'll try to expand the space platform building so we can get into space sooner rather than later. Did I never automate the production of storage chests? Maybe. That's something I should actually check before we get too far. Yes, storage chests are the one I did not automate. Automated providers and requesters. No storage. Which means I'll have to make some storage ones as well. Once we're network. Okay, so for the train, I need to make a few engines. So we'll run over to where we're making engines. Wrong science pack, I'm trying to nick them from. There's some engine production. Nice backed up engine production. Okay, so we've got the engines. I need some steel plates. Turn them into chests. Okay, one engine. Got the steel, just need the iron to build cargo wagons. And then we're just going to go run up and set up this train. The bots are catching up. Now, one thing I could do is I can drop a storage chest into the storage chest, drop the storage chest so it has the storage chest to pick up. Okay, in the spaghetti of railroad tracks we have here, this is a reasonable place to put the engine down. Engine down. I'm going to need to place... Where are the cars I built? There's the cars. Wagons I built. I mean. So, fuel-wise, one stack of coal will give you an order. You're going to Kevin Lionhard until you either have empty cargo, well, until you have both empty cargo and full fuel. And then you're going to go all the way over to Crystal. Only one of the two stops is accessible. Okay, you're not going to go there for the moment because we have it broken. We'll have to fix it. Moment, go on automatic, which should tell you to go to the location. You do, and that's fine. And then you need to request some solid fuel. So I'm trying to remember which tab the solid fuel's on. That one. Make call back, because I don't want you running a call when you're running on solid fuel. Okay, so that one is running. Apparently we're not pulling enough iron to get the iron to cycle. Otherwise I'd ride the train back. But, you know, that doesn't work if the iron isn't running fast enough. Be smart this time and use the car. But yeah, so I'm going to finish off this episode by getting this train to run, to bring in copper, which, as you might be noticing as we're running through the base, should hopefully help with the copper problem, because we basically are demanding more than 2 lines of copper. We got 2 lines of copper in production, so I need more lines of copper in production. And the way to do that... Ow. I don't even know why I said ow. It really hurt the vehicle and the drone hub more than it hurt me. And we'd have 4 if I can get the train to run. Hopefully that wasn't a required power pole. Rocking away. This is what I get for trying to drive from space, honestly. Don't worry, the robots will replace all the power poles. Okay, so why... First of all, why do you have the same name? I don't want you having the same. Get a different name. Would not be surprised if that's like the entire problem, is it's got a duplicate name. Train station. I want you on this side. Did I set the train station up backward? The intake-outtake up backwards? No. Why won't it let me set it up on the other side of the train? Tracks. Train stop can't be flipped. Okay, that's fine. Why is that an invalid train stop position? So you're insisting that I do it from that side, which is going to screw everything up. Oh, and you let me do it from that side from that side. Why is that acceptable, but that isn't acceptable? Oh, it's because I have the signal set up backwards or something? That's the thing that makes the most sense. So if I take the signals off, you'll let me put it there. Okay. So then if I was, because the signal was the wrong way around. Okay, now it looks like it's working. So that's the Mr. Dark Rider. So, can I trail this train to come to the Mr. Dark Rider, if it's on automatic, and wait until you have full cargo? So if it's working, we should be able to watch it do a full loop now. And I'm currently hoping that I'm not sitting on the tracks, because I could totally imagine that being the problem. Okay, I'm not sitting on the tracks. So I'm not going to get crushed, that's good to see. So it loads up. And I suppose I could actually upgrade this to stack inserters if I want it to be real fast. Right now it's just using fast inserters that are loading 2 a pass per inserter. Now it's full. And now we have a problem. So you're saying that the track is full. So I set something up wrong with the signals, I'm guessing. Okay, so what I think is probably the case, and this would be the easiest way to check if it is, nope, that hasn't completely fixed it. Okay, so you're having a signaling problem. Why are you having a signaling problem? It's green, or red. So you're saying there's something on the track in the way. Oh, I have it on the wrong side. There we go. Yes, signals need to be placed correctly. The signal is now placed correctly, so the train is now going. And in theory, the destination should have the capacity to completely unload it, so let's watch it do a whole round. It should do a whole round without me interfering again. It unloads, and it goes zooming off to its destination. Back onto the main line. Comes off the main line, starts loading with copper. It should shortly make the return trip. And now it's full, and now it makes the return trip. Okay. So with that, we now know the copper line over here is working. These mines are starting to deplete. I don't need to go quite so out of the way to do a replacement to the iron or to the stone mine, so that's not an immediate emergency. And the copper is coming down. And apparently we haven't had enough delivered yet to really... Oh, well, no, it's basically backed up the line. Okay. Don't know why we have an occasional gap in here. Maybe it's because it actually unloaded. Might actually have enough demand to consume what the train drops off every time it arrives. It would be plausible. Oh, and we're also not getting... Ah. That's supposed to be done. Okay, that should help with throughput. The next solution would be... Or the next improvement would be to actually... properly build the bus back out, because we now have 4 line... Well, we have possibility of 4 lines coming in. It's technically only meant to be 3. I have 4 lines coming here, so I should actually set the bus up to handle that. But that'll be next time. So, if you've been watching this and enjoying... Oh, I hope if you have been watching this, you have been enjoying me play Factorio and show off how the game plays when you kind of know what you're doing. If you're watching on YouTube, I'll probably get around to recording another part by tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, this is where the stream is going to end after me recording 3 parts tonight. If you've only just joined in, there's a whole 2 parts that you can go back to, depending upon what we wait on see. Hopefully we'll be getting into space soon. We're waiting for the first platform, which is making space science, is going mightily. The second one, which I'm building to actually do space exploration with, is building slowly. That's something we'll have to come back to expand next time. This one's in the wrong spot. We'll just get rid of that before it becomes a problem. Oh, I see another place where it's going to be a problem. Or is that a problem? No, that's not a problem. That one's in the right spot. I don't know why that one is flickering the way it was, but we don't need it. Okay, all the things gone red because train's coming into the intersection. Train's in the intersection, things go green. Okay. So, if you've been watching this, I hope you've been enjoying it. And until the next time, Hope you all have a good time and good luck. Catch you all in the next part. Bye for now. Before I do that, let's remember to save. Okay, bye for now.